This segment is brought to you by Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, just a short drive down the Yellow Brick Road.
Good morning and welcome to Ag AM in Kansas. My name is Conrad Kabus, and on this edition of 4-H Files, I interview several people at the Barton County Fair, and we talk a little bit about the 4-H members, the 4-H staff, and some of the family programs that keep the 4-H program running. Stay tuned. Charles Atkinson is a fair board member in Barton County. He also was the former Kansas soybean president in 2012.
Well, we're looking, of course, we have a lot of our livestock shows with our 4-H'ers, and they work really hard at everything they do. And like most county fairs, we've got all of our livestock shows, our cooking, our sewing, and all that. But we're also an open fair, so we have open class exhibits from the people in the surrounding counties and the state as well. So we've got quite a bit going on the next several days, and we're just really having an awesome fair.
Oh, that's good. Have you seen any interesting stories happen with 4-H'ers at this county fair so far?
I haven't seen a whole lot of them, but the kids have really been chipping in and helping us out a lot. So I guess that's the big story, is how everyone helps each other and gets involved with each other, and the camaraderie we have this 1 week out of the year is just really a growing and learning opportunity for the kids and the adults as well.
The Barton County Fair has many helpers and volunteers. Making up the helper group include the fair board members and fair friends, and many more.
What we have is our county fair is comprised of about 27 board members from all walks of life. I have farmers, I have bankers, I have insurance agents, all of us involved in this, but we all have one goal, and that's to put a county fair on. Some of the board members are past 4-H'ers. Some of the board members are just kind of got involved in the fair. So the dynamics we have on that is really kind of cool. We try to be as organized as we can. We also have a group of ladies called Fair Friends that help us do all of our organizing and our designing and setting up theme classes and take care of a lot of things on there, plus the 100 volunteers that we have to put this on as well.
Mr. Atkinson himself is also 4-H alumni and talks about his experience with 4-H.
I am a 4-H alumni myself, except my wife and I grew up in Cherokee County, Kansas, but we were transplanted here to Barton and tried to get involved in here. I've got 3 children that went through the 4-H program, and they're grown now, and the really cool thing about that for me is they all come back to the county fair to help me out.
Like Charles, Mikey Hughes has a great experience with 4-H.
I do cooking, poultry, swine, and beef.
Very neat. Now, you're also an ambassador for 4-H. Can you explain what an ambassador is and how the program works?
To become an ambassador, you have to take a long application process and do an interview, and they decide how much you really care about 4-H and what you want to do with it. And you have to be really committed to 4-H and want to expand Barton County 4-H.
Mikey has many projects and different ways to prepare them.
Okay, well, first project I did was cooking. It got judged first, and then poultry, that happened last night. They judged my chicken separately, then I went in for showmanship, and I actually won showmanship in the senior division, so that was pretty good. And swine, we just had the swine show a couple of hours ago. I got a red in showmanship, which was okay, and a blue for my hog. So I was pretty happy with that. I'm not going to complain. And finally, beef show. The beef show is going to be Friday at 5, I believe. And that took a lot of effort. We got our steer probably in September. We raised it all through the year. And finally, the time has come for it to show. We've trained it to lead, and we've washed it a bunch. And now it's time to bring it to the fair. So
very cool. It's very nice talking with you.
Very nice talking with you.
After the break, we cover more of the Barton County Fair in Great Bend, Kansas, and we talk to more 4-H members and professionals. Stay tuned.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.
This hog is head over hoof for meal made from U.S. soybeans. Now, one hog isn't that impressive, but suppose we add another, and another, and another. Before long, you've got billions of hungry customers around the world all clamoring for the same thing. Our soybeans. Learn more about the billion-dollar appetite of animal agriculture at BeyondTheElevator.com. Brought to you by America's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers and the Kansas Wheat Commission. Together, we are Kansas Wheat.
Good morning and welcome to Ag AM in Kansas. My name is Conrad Kabus and we're here at Barton County Fair celebrating 4-H members and the projects that they brought to the fair this year. Berny Unruh is an extension agent for Barton County who enjoys her experience with 4-H and working with kids. What's your favorite part about the county fair, and what do you like about all the people coming out?
Well, I definitely like the people. I'm kind of a people person, but I enjoy watching the kids grow up over the years. I've been in Extension a long time, and when you start them when they're 5 and 6 years old, and then you see them progress and be awesome kids, that's definitely my favorite part.
4-H has many projects for children to tackle, and many have changed over the years.
Okay, well, obviously, I, being a home ec person, did foods, clothing, arts and crafts, but I also was really interested in notebooks, posters, displays, because you can share all of the knowledge that you've learned in the 4-H project and something like that. We also have in here crops, woodworking, electric, and probably our highest enrollment project is photography. And it's so much easier doing photography now than back in my olden days where you had a roll of film.
Right, it's all digital now.
Different.
Yeah. Can you explain a little bit about the livestock projects? How much enrollment do you get there, and what kind of different things do you see?
We have good enrollment here in Barton County, but I will say there's fewer kids living on the farm, and then to find a place to put an animal is a little more difficult. But the kids that are in livestock, oftentimes they will take several species. So there might be a 4-H member that would have beef, sheep, swine, and even goats, all four. We also have dairy goats and rabbits and poultry out in the Expo 3 building.
Very cool. Let's talk about those statistics. Are you seeing a lot of urban people here in Barton County, or are you from Great Bend, or are you seeing a more rural? What's the different sides of that equation?
Oh, I'd say we're probably 50-50. We have a lot of kids that are in 4-H and FFA, and so they kind of cross over on some of their projects. And it's obviously a little easier to have an animal project if you live on a farm and have a place to keep it. Right. But we have lots of kids that are in the rabbit project and even poultry who live in town.
What are the things besides the county fair that you guys do throughout the year?
Well, something that I think is really important is I want younger people to learn to stand up and give a talk about their 4-H project. So in February we have 4-H days, and that's demonstrations, talks, model meetings. They can also do music and talent. But I think you can see young people that maybe in high school or even in college, they kind of stand out because they know how to stand up and share what they've learned, and they learn how to speak for themselves.
Berny also has a strong 4-H background.
I grew up in a family of 10 kids. My dad actually started a 4-H club in Republic County, and my mom on the other side of the county started a 4-H club, or her parents did. And so we were pretty strong in 4-H. All of us, all the way through, did 12 years, and we did livestock and then all the home ec projects and the miscellaneous projects. So all 4 of my kids have been in 4-H and have been in the entire time. And you know, I think it's important that people know, though, you don't have to have parents that have been in 4-H. You don't have to have grandparents that have been in 4-H. You can start 4-H right now, and you can learn and teach your children some really good life skills that they'll use for the rest of their life.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.